What is going on, guys? We're back with another recap video. Today is Monday. We had only one news driver, which was Powell speaking at 2 o'clock 11 in Cali time. We took our first initial trade in uh, London session. So, quick recap. We had this. I wanted to use this 1 hour wick because price was just tapping into this level pretty cleanly and respecting it. So I was looking for a London move, especially with the news driver at the time viewing price action live. It just looked pretty volatile enough to give me at least 10 to uh, 20 handles. So then going into the 1 minute time frame, I wanted to see initially, I think this was like a 5 minute fair value gap. I wanted to see price tap into it, but we didn't. And then instead we had some 1 minute fair value gaps filled. Um, that gave me confidence that, okay, maybe this 5 minute fair value gap was going to be the breakaway, especially since it was still within this 1 hour wick. Um, Real quickly, sorry if I'm going too fast. I just want to get through this video so you guys don't seem like it's too long. But I wanted to see this 5 minute stay open then, and I entered off of this fair value gap, hoping that it would respect it. Also leaving this fair value gap open. Uh, One thing that I like to do is when we tap into like a 1 hour wick, so or fair value gap, I want to see price move away from it and then never touch any of this. I don't want to see it return back to the box. I want to see it uh, just run to the liquidity. So we had put in one position, got stopped out pretty early because it ran up. So then I held my stop to about here to leave this fair value gap open. We ended up tapping back into it. I still saw this as optimal, so I re-entered back in. This was only one contract, so I think the second time was two contracts. So then we took our our partial at where we wanted to initially, but I had aimed for up here because um again, this was prior knowledge to what had happened today, but I wanted to see price action tap into at least this liquidity or fair value gaps, and then for us to dump during New York. That was my thought. And then I got stopped out here, dragging my stop loss to I think like about here or something. Trying to leave this fair value gap open, and that was a trade made us like $150, $140 during London. Fast forward, we came to about time for the New York Open. I lately I haven't really been trading New York Open or 7 o'clock Cali being the New York kill zone for the morning. I don't know why. I just haven't been. So lately I've been doing my this real quick. My 11:50 to 12:10. This has been where I've been trying to play around more, see some opportunities and entries, but we did trade uh, some micro contracts. It went good starting off. Um, then we swept some liquidity. I did not take a partial because I only had one contract, so I decided to add another, and then price just reversed. So we stopped out about like $10 in profit. That was the end of that. Then we transitioned into my evaluation accounts. So just real quick on the eval on one of these. So let me start on the other one actually. So initially we had traded here, right? This was our trade originally. Because of this candle mainly, I did not like how uh we topped here, and we also created SMT right here. So just to show you real quick. Okay, yeah. So if you look on both screens, you can see my line, they align at the same spot. So when I hover over this, it's the same candle on the other side. So the SMT formed from uh, this candle, right? This candle, how I viewed it was like this, and then like that, basically. So that was the SMT. Um, just go back to right. So with that SMT, and then this candle, I no longer wanted to be uh, bullish. In addition, on the 15-minute time frame, what helped me define my bias was so what I usually like to do. Let's just go to the 1 hour time frame. So what I like to do is I like to mark out the days, right? So I mark out the days, see how I'm gonna plan for the week and execute. The whole time during Friday, Sunday into Monday, uh, we've been just going down very slowly. So that tells me we're gonna be bearish. Before I had done some analysis on Sunday, which I wanted to see price action tap into this level, but kind of leave this this liquidity open. But I basically wanted to see price do like anything within this range and then to come down. So at the time, because that trade didn't work out how I wanted to, I came back to the 1 hour time frame and the 15-minute time frame to see where we were at, and it just looked nice to me. So I decided to take that trade and uh, to see how we entered this fair value gap. We got that sell off, but then look at the candle, a nice rejection at this liquidity. Uh, so in my eyes, I saw this as, you know, we swept liquidity. Um, I mean, you could consider it turtle soup, but that's like uh, kind of it's not a clean turtle soup, so I wouldn't consider it to be that. So imaginary fair value gap, because of this wick, because wicks are ranges, I kind of still value this as like the body is right here and the close is right here. So in reality, the fair value gap is this, right? And when you draw it out and it's clean at the closes, that's perfect. And although we wicked out, doesn't matter. You put the stop above that and just wait to see uh, how price action treats it. So we were on evaluations, so I didn't really care that much, so I went with a couple contracts. Held stop to like I think it was at this high. Um, and then yeah, basically just played out. We had take profit here and take profit here. Ended up getting stopped out from dragging my stop loss to like about here. Price chopped a bit, came down after news dropped, 2 o'clock, right? Um, then I re-entered on my second evaluation account because we still had all this liquidity, right? All this. And because we had already swept this liquidity, I was like, okay, there's no need to come back and reverse. Otherwise, we would have been doing it after this fair value gap. But because we got this drop, that told me, okay, we're still going to be uh, bearish, and we're definitely going to sweep this liquidity. So went in, max contracts, 5 contracts, uh, did my thing, waited, ended up getting a really nice run, but we got out at about like 3,000 profit, and we took it for the day. So that's the recap on the trade. Let me just remove that. Show you guys one more time. Just a recap. And yeah, that's basically it. We're gonna see how tomorrow plays out. I love seeing Tuesdays, so let's just wait to see what happens. But yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. If there's any questions about why I traded the way I did, or anything about entries or fair value gaps, or any questions that you may have, leave them in the comments or feel free to DM me. I'm gonna have my Instagram or my socials in the bio, so feel free to reach me out anyway. But yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in again, and we'll see you in the next video. Be safe.